Hello there, everybody. It's James, and welcome back to Corby Town. We're starting today on Yannick Gillett, mainly because he's the only player I can show you that doesn't give away the ghost with all the transfers and stuff that we've been doing, because we got that Premier League money now, and it's coming good. And we've got our first game today versus West Ham in the Premier League. So we take a look at the club, and take a look at the Prem. Oh, look at that. You love to see it right there in Corby Town. If you look at our season preview, we're expected to come 13th, which I'm fine with. Nothing wrong with 13th in the Premier League in your first season, especially with a media prediction. Club Visions is pretty simple here. We need to be mid-table. We need to reach the 5th round of the FA Cup and the 4th round of the Caballero Cup. No Europe to deal with this season. It's sad that we weren't able to repeat on that, but hey, not a problem. We've got some. We've had some transfers. Board doesn't like my wheeling and dealing, but I don't care. I do good things. I've improved the team. We also have to play attacking soccer, protective possession soccer, make the most set pieces, be entertaining and high pressing soccer. So, yeah, that's something we have to do as well. But we're good for it. We're good. And I'm excited because we spent some money this offseason now. If I remember where to go for my transfer history. Yes, we spent $55 million so far. And let's talk about the ins that you probably knew about from last year. But we knew that they were coming in. Did I get any? Let's talk about some outs. The board tried to send Williams Brum to America. I said no, we're keeping him here because he may end up being our starting keeper by the end of the year. If not, he's good enough to stay here, and we got him right as he turned 18, so he might be able to get homegrown at club and country, which would be big for European competitions down the line. We also have sent Zach Flack out on loan because he's kind of surplus to requirements now. The good old club captain, been with us forever. It's kind of the Slater factor. He just kind of has been phased out of the team. And then Dominic Lambert, remember the Manchester United midfielder we picked up for nothing? And we sold him for £200,000, growing up to 210. That was Lawrence Man. This is all before we switched over seasons. Coming in, we had Guillermo Baratti, a left-footed Croatian center back who looks very solid. That natural fitness is a little worrying, but bravery, work rate. For being 18, a realist with a left foot at center back at 6'2", I think we can develop him to be something decent. Also already capped at under 21s at 18. You know he's going to be something special. We have Daniel Deja, who came in as an Albanian attacking midfielder. We couldn't get him a work permit, so we sent him on loan. He's playing in the second tier of French, the Ligue 2. Starting, with that flair, determination, and technique, he should turn some heads. Finishing, dribbling, first touch. He should definitely do all right and develop. Once again, he's 18 too, so plenty of time. And we got him in on a free because he was a free transfer. Next, coming in as one of, if not the best right back in our team, it's Fernando Jamie, the Mexican right back. Defensively solid right back with decent crossing, 10 crossing. First touch, marking is okay, passing, that technique, that teamwork at 18, work rate at 14, determination, bravery, aggression, anticipation, and physicals that are just going up and up and up. He's not good at jumping at the ball, but that's fine. He's driven and he doesn't dive into tackles, which means he's not only defensively solid with decent, marking and that kind of stuff, but he also doesn't dive into tackles. It lets him kind of avoid getting in some trouble because we know our back lines love a yellow card. Graham Jebby and Jose David Martinez are not starting the first 2 games of the league season because of red cards. So that's awesome. So we've had to make do with our backups and our bench. Luckily, we've got some depth there as well. Then we also brought in this defensive midfielder, Nelo Antunes Miranda, who I brought in, the board wasn't happy about. But if we look at, and I'm actually going to go into him here, we look at his stats, I'm training him to be a box-to-box midfielder because he's already got great passing, he's already got great vision, decent work rate, teamwork is there, decisions are there, composure, like just some physicals, which he can grow into as a midfielder. And he's got first touch, passing, technique, tackling he can grow into a little bit too. He's got a high ceiling. Now, he's not the best midfielder at the team by any stretch of the imagination, but we don't need him to be. We just need him to play some football and get acclimated. What's even nicer is that he's, capped at under 20. He's already played in the Pan American Games. He was going out for FLA. I'm excited to see where he can go. And another one for the future. And another one. You notice how this was just be, and another one. And another one. Next, Will Ambrose. An English, that's right, we brought in an English midfielder as kind of a rotational option in midfield. So, we wanted to have a couple of good midfielders, and he definitely checks those boxes. He can play either a box-to-box or a mezzala. Tackling, technique, vision, teamwork highlights. He's got the agility and the composure. He can actually take a penalty, even though his finishing's not that good. But, he's a guy we could definitely put in later game. Penalty taking composure is high. Natural fitness is a worry, but he's 19. He's still young. He's a wonder kid. He wants to be a squad player, which was big. So it was huge to get him in and tries long-range passes. It was good to get him in, get that kind of English quota attached, get all that in there, and kind of move on. And he's operating at a Premier League level. Then, you probably saw this one. We brought in probably our best right back, though Jamie will fight for that position. Here's Main Big Jedoff. I'm going to say Jedoff because I think that B is silent. But Main Jedoff, who's more of an attacking right back. And we probably saw us bid for him in the last year. I think he even showed you guys a little bit of it. But 19-year-old, pacey, quick. He's not pacey, but he's fast, high stamina, natural fitness. Work rate is decent. Teamwork, determination, crossing and dribbling good. First touch is good. His marking isn't the best, but he's got decent tackling. He's got decent passing. Vision's okay. He's got good off the ball. He is improving, and long shots. Guy's got a shot on him. So I like what this guy is. He was playing for Red Star for a while, and he is also capped at Serbia, and he has 8 caps and 1 goal. I'm excited for this guy. He looks good. He's a resilient personality. I think we've already got him. Yeah, we've already got him learning the language and stuff. Him and Jamie are going to be good with Joe Jackson as kind of like a third string backup because Joe Jackson is not at this division. And he's had a little bit of a decline lately, but obviously we're keeping him around for various reasons. But he's going to have to take a step down as a squad player role. But I think the improvements we've made at the right back slot are huge, and I'm happy with that. And now I know you guys have seen some flirting with some of the other stuff. We'll talk about the big ins, and then we'll talk about the rest of the outs. Because there's only 2 real outs for money. Juan Carlos Vegas left us for 5.5 going up to 7 million pounds. We got him in for free. He held down a job for us a little bit, and then we moved him on for a profit. Win-win there. And Emmanuel Mendez went to Fenerbahce for 5.25 going up to 6.25. Once again, wasn't in the plans, was a good enough player for us when we had him, but we've improved at right back. Besides from that, just a bunch of loans out. Nobody really... Marcus Augustin, Broadbent's out on loan. Michael Pinto's at failed. McHugh, Slivo. Just trying to get some guys some game time. So the first one you'll notice right here at the top, we spent 50 million pounds on him, but Andre Carnival is now our player. He's no longer on loan from Leicester. We've brought him in. He's a Premier League starter. He's our Metzala, our player. I mean, he's played for us for what, the last 4 years? Yep, he's played for us the last 3 years on loan from Leicester. Played well. I always liked him. Good profit for Leicester as well, who, by the way, is technically still our parent club because they got relegated to the championship and we got promoted to the Premier League, so we're never playing in the same league. So, affiliated clubs, they're the senior affiliate. So they paid us money to send this. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful. But we know him. We love him. I like everything about him. He's going to be our starting Metzala. He's great. I'm happy to have him back at the team. You see some declines. That's because he played in the European Championships, and we always get declines at the beginning of the season for whatever reason. But Carnival, happy to have him back in. Then, and I know this guy's not a new gem, but I think it was worth bringing him in. It is Slabhead himself, Harry Maguire. We don't have anybody with any real Premier League experience at the club. So why not bring in a seasoned center back who wants to be a squad player on not a lot of money, who can just play at the back, be good. I mean, can't run for crap anymore. But jumping reach-wise, mentally, defensively, he still does a job. And does it well. And he's not asking for a lot of money, and he's English. So English center back can play in there. I actually see him starting over Jose David Montez. So I have him and Graham in the defense and just solid rocks. Graham being the quicker of the two, being able to go up and kind of cover, where Maguire is more kind of the static one that kind of plays the balls out. That's how I see my defense switching up. I like this. I mean, I personally, I like all my moves because I'm the one who makes them, but I really like this play because he is a seasoned vet for the Premier League, and a seasoned vet that you can have in defense is huge. But you guys can tell me what you think. Let me know what you think about good old Slabhead having him here. And once again, on a free. Didn't cost us anything. And then this was kind of like a clutch buy. I noticed my scouts brought this guy up to me. He was unhappy at Nacional in Uruguay for £5 million. And they said, hey, you should look at this guy. So he put a bid in, and he came in. Here's Andres Brum, who is our second best midfielder for £5 million. And he's really freaking good. He is a resolute midfielder, 18 years old, and Jesus, can't jump, isn't that strong, but physically good, 14s and 15s there, along with a 17 in balance, if you don't look at the strength and the jumping reach. Mentally, dear God, off the ball 18, flair 16, determination 17, anticipation 17, nothing below a 10. The man is a workaholic. And then when you get to his technicals, looking at where we're going to play him, I mean, either Metzala or we're going to look to play him as a box-to-box. Technique 18, tackling 15, penalty taking 11. We're finally getting some good penalty takers. Marking 10, passing 16 with that 15 vision. Long shots 13, free kick of 14, first touch of 16, finishing at 12, dribbling of 11, can do some corners, runs the ball through center, knocks the ball past the opponent, and does not dive into tackles. This guy looks like he's going to be a stud. He has replaced Chris Hewitt as the box-to-box midfielder / Metzala, and gives us, now essentially we have 4 decent midfielders. We have Carnival, we have Brum, we have Hewitt, and we have Ambrose. Now the other thing too is that he can play a decent attacking mid. So if we need to, say, rest Vladitson, who, by the way, we've been fending off bids with a stick for this guy, we need to rest him. We have that. I mean, we can also move Scrivener over, and then also Key. I said Key. Oh, they keep thinking they keep wanting me to play him at inside forward. That ain't happening, but yeah. Attacking midfielder. Can I get the right comparison? Or not? Here we go. Yeah. I guess we'll just go here. We'll go to the depth chart. We'll go to the depth chart. Bring on the depth chart here. Yeah. Yeah. Kieran Key could definitely play in that role as well, and we'll probably, once again, look to have him play as a rotational option, because he's pretty decent. He's also a homegrown boy, and he's also operating at a Premier League division level. So that does it for the transfers in and out. Let me know what you guys think of the business. Did we do enough? By the way, Brum is considered to be one of our best players. If you looked at, and you probably were sneaky looking, and if you weren't, shame on you. If you look at the season preview, our two best players are considered to be Graham and Brum. And here's the problem with this too. I'm looking at some of the players in here. Vicinius Jr., Paul Brownlee, Declan Rice, Andrews Bastoni, Jude Bellingham, Luca Leong. Oh, this guy. Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah, that guy is good. Why is he unhappy? Tottenham didn't get continental soccer. Oopsies. Greenwood, Odegaard at freaking Manchester United. Caleb Stevenson. This guy, I think, it's our boy. You remember Caleb Stevenson? We had him on loan for a while. He's finally playing as an advanced forward. What did he do last year? Oh, Leicester sold him to them. Well, good turn on investment there, buddy. Jesus. Wow. So it's been a topsy-turvy league too. Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. So the last 4 years, the same team hasn't won. And that leads us to today's game and how we line up. As you can see, Graham is suspended, as is Montez. So we have to start with this back line. They wanted me to put in Andreas Asensio. I didn't want to. I want to give our boy Macaque a shot. Because I think his aerial dominance is going to be something I think is helpful. And once again, he's quicker than Maguire, and he is technically the boys. By the boys, I mean the trainings rate him higher than Asensio, and I'd like that too. Also, because Asensio is kind of my left back coverage, so we're slapping him in there for right now. But yeah, our back line is Reyes starting in goal, who has now taken over for Adam Watts who's now the backup. And is very much as good, if not better, than him at this point now. For at least the stuff that we want him to do. And once again, I'm not married to having him as the end-all, be-all starter. If he does well, he'll keep the job. If not, Watts comes in. I think Watts is a Premier League player, though, they said. Yep. A decent player for most Premier League sides. Reyes is operating at a Premier League level, but also has room to significantly improve. So how do you improve a guy? By starting him. He's also listed as a wonder kid. So there you go. I've also been looking at goalkeepers. If I can get one on the cheap that's better than Reyes, I will. But I know we've got two other wonder kids sitting in the reserves there. But Reyes gets to start. Jedov, Maguire, Koch, and Mihai. I had to think about that for a second. Finish the back line. Brum and Carnival in the midfield with Scrivener, Vadison, Bai, and Gillett. I think if you look at this team, we're gonna score about as many as we let in. I see that because I see this attack and I think, damn, that's a strong attack. And I look at this back line, I go, there's some gaps here. Jebby is definitely world class in my opinion. Whoever, it just really depends on who slots in next to him. And that's the reason why we're also going with a little bit more support. If we end up, I can very much see us ending up being with Jamie on the right back slot more often than Bedov. But West Ham, I think, is a game we can go after and attack and go for it. Our bench is Watts, Jamie, Asensio, Feltrin, Hewitt, Ambrose, and Nigor. And this is like the first time, look, two midfielders, a striker, a guy who can play on either attacking midside, a defender, and a wingback we can put out. We can pretty much cover anybody getting hurt on the pitch. And I'm excited about that. Pleased to be battling with Jared Bowen. Pleased to be back on the team. Pleased to be making his debut. Who aren't happy? Their lack of familiarity with that just because of training. Pleased with the shape. Pleased with the instructions. Asensio and Feltrin are worried about the tactical familiarity, but they aren't playing. And Asensio likes the marking. Let's jump in and proceed to the match. 20 minutes into the video, folks, and we are finally getting into some football. Also, no extended thing. I'm not giving you 2 matches today. I just talked for 20 minutes about the team and what we're setting up. So, yeah. We are the underdogs here. Go out and show them why. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. That is a whole new back line. That does, like, they don't know me. Yeah. Yeah, but the attacking guys do. First time the Premier League, you must be excited. I'm ready for the challenge. We've all worked hard to be promoted. Now we're prepared to beat here. It's not ideal, but we'll go out there and try and win. And we are playing at West London Stadium, I think, for this. This is the away match for us. Yep, the London Stadium. Not a derby for us by any stretch of the imagination. As Jedov throws it in, and Carnival collects the header, finds Brum on his first thing. There's another Brum in this? Valdison to Gillett. Beautiful ball through, and Mean High, the left back, gets us our first goal in the Premier League. You didn't think that would be the first goal would be done by a left back, but beautiful play here. Brum holds it up, Vladison to Gillett. Gillett gets the beautiful through ball. Look how many guys we have in the box. Oh my God. We're just throwing bodies at it. Granted, we are also playing on attacking, which probably not the best playing on attacking away from home in the Premier League in your first game, but heck, like I said, play what you want. Hey, Maguire, there's good old Slabhead doing what he does best. As we cut that one out beautifully. And Maguire, God, the other thing too, Maguire's not that bad of a passer as Brum finds Scrivener, who's racing down that left-hand side. Beautiful ball, and Gillett with the header. Yannick Gillett with his first goal in the Premier League. And it is a quick-fire double for us over West Ham. Now, we've played West Ham before. I think they knocked us out of the FA Cup last year, if I'm not mistaken. But boy, oh boy, this was a beautiful, great header by Gillett. When's we saw one of our strikers, I think it was Ba, it was decent in the air. Fatoshi, love Fatoshi, but he was definitely not that kind of a player. That was a little bit of a dangerous pass, but okay, guys, we're getting away with it. Cock finds Scrivener here, and we're attacking again. Mihai finds Gillett. Gillett gets around. Oh, the block. Minhan. Valdison gets on it. Second bite of the cherry, and there we go. It is 3-0 up in 7 minutes. Wow. And that was a passage of play. Mihai, beautiful ball through Gillett. First touch lets him down here, and the block is great. Minhan, the block again. Valdison's block's there, but he gets the follow-up. Keeper, I mean, he had a right to it. It was probably the smart decision to go out, but you want to know what? Doesn't matter. We're up. Now, who's taking corners for us? Oh, it's a throw-in. Mihai on the throw-in. Valdison to Brum. Sends it in by Flick-on. Can't get it to the top corner, as it is all us early on. My God, folks. My God. Look at this. This is a freaking rout. They haven't even had a shot on goal yet. They've had a shot. It looks like we've kind of found there's been some kind of slowdown of the game. Now we actually have some parity here. As Sakurai gets a goal for Leeds. You'll love to see that. We'll love to see us playing Leeds this year. We get to play against Fatoshi. Oh yeah, and Manchester United has Ba now. So we get to work on that. As Brum collects it. Thank God we added that instruction to lurk on the outside of the area. Carnival crosses over. Okay, we'll let that stay in play. Bad pass. Maguire. Okay, Slabhead. Got it. That's the problem. Drags it wide, though. That's the one, once again, that's where Harry Maguire is going to get caught out, is that he is not fast. That's why that's really why I'd love to have Graham back in the team. Have that speed. As goals are coming in quick and fast now. Cantwell comes in. Header is not. Reyes commands the area and clears his lines. He's able to find Bai on the distribution. Beautiful ball here. Bai to Bedov. Bedov gets the marauding run forward. Can he dribble past? Yep, he can. Crosses comes in. Gillett is there and heads it just over. And it's Gillett, not Gillett Jim. Wow. Okay. Good first half of football. What did we say? Scrivener's lost possession a lot more. It doesn't matter if he's lost possession or not. Yannick Gillett, a goal and an assist. I'm very pleased with your performance. They're happy. I'm happy. Jump right back in. Brum on a yellow card, but having a good debut, as is Koch, as is Bedov, as is Maguire. They're all having a good little first run in the team. I'm not even bothered that Arsenal and Leeds and Man City are like tied points. I mean, West Ham, I guess, are supposed to be a good team this year, but they were solidly mid-table last year. As Valdison comes in, Maguire. I mean, guy can jump. Guy's good in the air. Who do they have marking him? He is short. Harry Maguire just as easy as you like. Vladitson. And there we go. 4-0 against West Ham. We've really announced ourselves in the Premier League. You know, he says cockily as he's playing West Ham and not, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, Manchester United, Everton even. Sheffield United are supposed to have a good squad. As highlight to them, I should be really thinking about making some changes here. They have Çalhanoğlu, Declan Rice, and Bowen gets a goal for them. All right, so let's make some changes here. Brum has had a good one, but we'll bring in Hewitt here just because he's on a yellow card, and I don't want anything worse to go on there. Bedov has had a great game. Let's get Jamie in here, get his debut out of the way. And as for attacking players, Anissa Bai has not had a great game. Really, you want Ambrose to go there. Ambrose can play as an attacking midfield on the right-hand side, you say. Well, let's look at that. I mean, yeah, but he's right-footed, so he's more of a winger than he is an inside forward. Yeah, he's not inside forward kind of material. Not even that quick. Technically fine. Technically great. But no, Nygor will come in. That's what he's in the team to do. We'll make those 3 changes. It's just a replay. Unfortunate deflection, and we couldn't clear our lines, but added instruction make more direct passing. We don't really need to have direct passing. Areola is having a shocker. A 5.8 from a goalkeeper. You don't see that too often. Valdison has picked up a slight injury. It's a blue shin. Valdison should be fine. It's just a bruised shin. Jamie, yay, that's a way to clear your lines. Ball comes in. Wow. Hazabanovich really takes the shot at it as Reyes gets out to Maguire. Nice little save pass to Carnival here. Closed down. Gets Nygor. Tries the through ball, but Kaka's going to get there. By the way, good solid game for Mark today. Playing next to Harry Maguire, but, just being at least defensively solid as that was interesting. I mean, Reyes had to watch that one. And there you go. 4-1 is the score. And we'll take it. Absolutely take it. Great start to the year. People had us written off today. You're done great. I mean, did they really, though? I mean, we may have not been the favorites, but still a solid game. I was happy with it. Yeah, it was great. I'm very happy. Maguire makes scores on his debut. Valdison scores as part of an easy victory. Was Valdison the man of the match? When isn't Valdison the man of the match? He's injured 1 to 2 days. That's fine. Maguire makes his debut. A bunch of other guys made their debuts as well. Goal and assist. He was superb in front of goal. And, oh my God, look at this, folks. We have a week before we have to play the next game. When's the last time we had that in a video? Freaking weak. Northampton scouted Peters for the scoop miners. Interesting. Kurosawa and a promising midfielder at PSV. Tell me more. Defensive midfielder. He's not capped for Kurosawa yet. That means he probably has Dutch nationality as well. He is Dutch as well. Love to see him keep that Kurosawa. In fact, his name is Danny Coop Miners. I mean, maybe. He's not bad. He's got a lot of work. Definitely not a player that's going to have any flair. Definitely going to be more of a defensive-minded player. But he isn't bad. And he's 15, so we wouldn't get him for another few years, but he isn't bad. Let's add him to the short list. You guys let me know what you think. That's going to bring us to the end of the episode today. Hopefully you've all enjoyed it. I've been James. You've been you. This has been Corby Town. We will be back for Manchester United at the end of August. The return of Mama Ba. Or Malamba. He's still with me. Is he with United? I could have sworn he was with United. Anyways, I'll do research for that. We'll get back to that. Have a good one. We'll talk to you then. Bye-bye.